stop. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll start tomorrow"? We all live in the illusion of infinite time, where the real, important life is always somewhere ahead. This promise of a bright tomorrow is one of the biggest traps of modern times, a quiet, invisible killer of our dreams and goals. We plan, we wait, we accumulate resources, but for some reason, we never take the first decisive step. Do you feel like your life is always on pause, waiting for the perfect moment? It was exactly this mental trap that a Persian polymath shattered millennia ago, and his words resonate particularly acutely today. He is not just a poet, but our most precise ally in the fight against procrastination. This Rubaiyat is a direct, uncompromising attack on our habit of postponing. Listen to this call to action that has come to us across the centuries. Young man, arise, a clear dawn burns bright. Pour fire wine into the translucent glasses. In this perishable corner, you live but a moment, and then, however much you desire it, it will not return. To truly grasp the urgency of this Rubaiyat, we must move away from the image of the drunken philosopher that is often portrayed. Omar Khayyam was not merely a poet, he was one of the most brilliant mathematicians and astronomers of his time. It was he who calculated the length of the solar year with an accuracy that surpassed many later European calendars. He didn't just philosophize about time, he measured it, dissected it, and calibrated it down to the second. This precise, almost eerie knowledge of the cosmic mechanism fundamentally shaped his worldview. Imagine a mind capable of predicting the movement of planets decades in advance, while simultaneously grasping the fragility of a single day. This is the core tension that fuels his call for immediate action. His scientific mind knew precisely that there is only one irreversible trajectory, the trajectory of time. Thus, the phrase, "this moment will not return," is not just a beautiful metaphor for him. It was a cold, hard scientific fact derived from his own astronomical calculations. The modern procrastinator suffers from an inability to properly assess scale. We see our lives as a long, endless strip that can be easily interrupted and then restarted. Khayyam, conversely, saw human life against the backdrop of astronomical, infinite time. His perspective was calibrated by eons, which transformed our 80 years into a brief flash. This cosmic insignificance, paradoxically, lends the present moment an extraordinary weight. For Khayyam, the clear dawn is not just a landscape, it is a precise, measured moment when the window of opportunity for action opens. He sees a narrow, golden gap between the dark, irreversible past and the hazy, unpredictable future. The scientist in him cries out, "Use this data. You only have this window of probability." He demands that we apply the same precision to life that he applied to the stars. If you want to delve deeper into the world of Omar Khayyam, I recommend this particular edition of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. It is a wonderful book for your collection or as a gift. The link for ordering is located below this video. The next scientific aspect is the concept of fate, or kata, which he often explored in his Rubaiyat. His contemporaries debated, is everything predetermined, or do we have free will? Khayyam's answer is a practical compromise that perfectly counters procrastination. He says, external events are fixed, like a planet's orbit or the changing of seasons, but your reaction is absolutely free. This is where the Gladwellian element appears, the idea of deliberate practice applied to life itself. If you only had 1 hour to master a complex skill, you wouldn't waste a single second. Khayyam treats life with the same intensity, because he knows the external clock cannot be stopped. We often spend energy fighting the past or worrying about the future, both of which are inaccessible to our current actions. Instead, focus your energy on the single variable you control, the next micro-action. Recall the psychological trap of the Sisyphus effect, that underlies procrastination. We view the task as huge and postpone starting because we believe we need more time or ideal conditions. Khayyam reminds us that ideal conditions do not exist in a universe governed by constant, indifferent change. The only ideal condition is the one you are in now. Waiting for the perfect alignment of the stars is simply a sophisticated excuse for inaction. In essence, he gave humanity the first profound lesson in what modern science calls focus on the locus of control. The external world is a river that flows irreversibly, external locus. The ability to choose joy, to act, to love now is entirely within you, internal locus. To live fully is to submit to the flow of time while fiercely asserting your sovereignty over this very moment. This is the true victory over any form of paralysis. Let's look at his key metaphors, especially the wine, which is often misinterpreted. Many interpret his call to drink as pure hedonism or an escape from reality. This is a shallow reading that misses the intellectual depth hidden behind the image. Wine, for Khayyam, is the essence of life, the concentrated, intoxicating joy of awareness of being. It is the opposite of the boring, sober routine of postponing happiness. The phrase, pour fire wine, is a call for intensity and passion, not merely for intoxication. It means ignite your current experience with maximum engagement, with the same brilliance as a burning fire. This fire burns away the fog of tomorrow's promises and the ashes of yesterday's regrets. It is the fuel for action that makes you feel the full richness of current sensory experiences. It is impossible to procrastinate when you are fully present and passionately engaged. Another powerful image is the metaphor of the potter and the clay or the goblet. We are this clay, a temporary vessel shaped by forces beyond our control. This sounds fatalistic, but it is actually deeply liberating. If your vessel, your body, your life is temporary, why bother polishing it for an event that will never arrive? Your only task is to fill this cup with the best experience before it cracks. This goblet analogy directly addresses the anxiety that fuels procrastination, the fear of imperfection. We postpone a project because we fear the outcome won't be perfect. Khayyam says, your form is only temporary, but your filling is eternal. Stop worrying about the vessel's appearance. Start worrying about the quality of life you are pouring into it. The real trap, mentioned in the title, is the ideology of the bright tomorrow, which allows us to feel productive without action. We mistakenly equate planning with execution and hope with achievement. This bright, distant future is merely a comfortable mental construct where all current difficulties magically disappear. It gives us permission for inaction today because tomorrow everything will be different. Khayyam was not against hope, he was against delay. True hope is the expectation of success after committed action has been taken, not a substitute for it. The procrastinator's hope is actually a subtle form of existential denial, a refusal to accept the finality of their current window of opportunity. He urges, do not hope for the promises of paradise when the hell of inaction is already burning within you now. This is a harsh but necessary diagnosis. This philosophy forces us to realize the scarcity of our most valuable resource, attention in the present moment. In the modern world, attention is fragmented between notifications, guilt about the past, and anxiety about the future. Khayyam demands that we consolidate this attention into a laser beam focused on the current action. He asks us to be the master astrologer of our own existence, predicting nothing but the inevitable action now. Consider the modern phenomenon of scrolling life, where we consume endless streams of other people's clear dawns. We watch them live, thinking that we will start living later, after just one more reel. This digital procrastination is the 21st century version of waiting for tomorrow. It is life on the periphery, a constant preparation that never transitions into launch.
We exchange our moment for a spectator's ticket to the world. The antidote is the concept of the minimum viable action, MVA. Don't wait to write the entire book, write the first sentence. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start exercising, just put on your sneakers right now. Khayyam's philosophy is the spiritual predecessor of this MVA approach. He demands not a revolution, but the first small, irreversible step into the light of the present moment. This single step shatters the illusion of infinite time. The poet's urgency is also an antidote to the paralyzing pressure of the modern hustle culture. This culture tells you to optimize and work for a future payoff. Khayyam teaches us to optimize for the current payoff, the joy of working on the thing itself. The true goal is not the destination at the end of the road, it is the quality of the walk itself.
Now we come to the final, most liberating idea, the acceptance of your current form. Many delay action because they feel not ready, not smart enough, or not equipped enough. This is the potter's clay refusing to be shaped because it believes it needs a better molecular structure. Khayyam reminds us, you are the clay, the vessel, the mind, and the body you have right now. The Rubaiyat is a masterclass in radical self-acceptance as a starting point. The man who understood calculus and astronomy knew the limits of human potential and the inevitability of human failure. This failure is a natural, beautiful part of the patina on the temporary cup. Stop waiting for the moment when you become the perfect, non-procrastinating machine. No such machine exists. Your only task is to realize that the fire wine must be poured into this specific, imperfect vessel that you possess. Do not envy the cup next to you. Do not plan for a hypothetical gilded cup in the future. Embrace the cracks, the flaws, and the limited capacity of your present moment, and fill it with life to the brim. This acceptance transforms fear into fierce, immediate action. So, what is the single, irreversible lesson from the polymath of Persia? Stop building estates in the desert of tomorrow. The greatest victory over procrastination is the realization that the future is built only from the atoms of the present. Your clear dawn is shining right now, outside your window and within your consciousness. Go, pour the fire wine into your cup, and remember, this moment, once it passes, will never, ever return. Act today, because today is all you have.